Imagine being famous before you could even speak, before you could choose your friends, your school, or even your own identity. Every smile photographed, every step analyzed. Most people spend their lives trying to become known. She spent hers trying to discover who she was beneath the headlines. And now, at 20 years old, Suri Cruise has quietly made a choice that says more than any interview ever could. The story began on April 18, 2006. From the moment she entered the world, she wasn't treated like an ordinary child. She was the daughter of two of the biggest names in entertainment, Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes. Before she was even a year old, she appeared on the cover of Vanity Fair. Millions saw her face. Millions knew her name. Yet nobody stopped to ask what it might feel like to grow up with the entire world watching. For a while, the family looked like a modern fairy tale. Red carpets, flashing cameras, endless attention. But sometimes the brightest pictures hide the deepest cracks. Behind closed doors, tensions were growing. Different beliefs, different priorities, different visions for the future. Then came the moment that changed everything. In June 2012, when Suri was just 6 years old, Katie Holmes made a decision that stunned Hollywood. She filed for divorce and moved quickly to build a new life in New York. It wasn't just a change of address. It was the beginning of a completely different childhood, one focused on privacy, stability, and creating a sense of normal life in a world that had never been normal. Still, some things are impossible to shield a child from. As the years passed, reports of distance between Suri and her father continued to surface. Birthdays came and went. Milestones passed. Time kept moving forward. And anyone who has experienced absence knows a difficult truth. Eventually, silence becomes its own answer. Then came a decision that caught people's attention. Suri Cruise became Suri Noelle. No dramatic announcement. No public explanation. Just a quiet step toward defining herself on her own terms. Sometimes the loudest statements are made without speaking at all. Today, she attends Carnegie Mellon University, focused on education and building a future beyond celebrity. While many children of famous parents rush toward the spotlight, she appears to be moving in the opposite direction. No constant social media presence. No reality show. No effort to capitalize on a famous last name. And maybe that's what makes her story so compelling. She was handed fame before she understood it. She experienced public scrutiny before she understood herself. Yet instead of allowing those circumstances to define her, she chose something far more difficult, creating her own identity. Life doesn't always let you choose how your story begins. Family, circumstances, and challenges often arrive without permission. But you can choose how the story continues. At 20, Suri Noelle seems to understand that better than most. The little girl the world once watched grow up is gone. In her place stands a young woman proving that sometimes the greatest victory isn't becoming famous. It's becoming yourself.